When it comes to competing against such a skilled field, such as this one at the American Cup, how do you balance the aggression and risk-taking elements?
I don't know. I still looking how to recently my game became more dry. I guess I'm not taking much risk, which is wrong, and I'm working and trying to change it. And I'm not playing as aggressive as I used to play as a child. And yes, it depends on situation, right? In first game I'm playing with white, so it doesn't probably make sense to play very aggressively, to play really high risk, because if you're losing first game with white, it will be very difficult to come back next day with black pieces to beat. So I guess in the first game I will not play any risky variation.
It's a tough question. I'm still working on it. I've always been an aggressive player, and when I take risks, I don't even consider not taking them. But as I've aged and matured, let's say, now I do consider, especially if it's a match and if it's a first game, I know that there's a second game, and if I'm not really sure, maybe I'll not take that risk. I don't know if that's a good decision, but that's how I've been doing it.
I think generally I am a pretty aggressive player, and that might not pan out so well for me again in this elimination format. So we'll kind of have to see, but I'm mostly more preoccupied with trying to keep it safe, being more okay with draws than I would normally be if, that's what the situation demands of me.
Yeah, well, first you have to kind of see what color you're going to be, how you're going to start the match, in the first game. Yeah, depending on the color you are, you're probably not going to go crazy, if you're black, right? So it's actually, so what is unique about this match-to-match thing is that you have to adjust your strategy all the time, right? It's not like a round-robin tournament, so you actually have to be very flexible. You might have to play tie-break games, and you might be ahead or behind in the match. So, you have to be kind of flexible during the event.
Obviously, it requires a lot of preparation, and I've been doing my best to prepare for this tournament. Thankfully, I know the competitors already from all the previous years of playing at the top level here in the United States, and it's always a tough battle, but it's something that I really look forward to, and trying to find a balance between the nerves of playing in such a strong field and being ready to prove myself.
Well, I think when it comes to risk-taking, it really depends on the situation. If you are in a must-win situation, then obviously you have to take more risks. But if you're playing the first game, then it's kind of unnecessary to go all in. It also depends on the opponent. If you know your opponent will take the bait or go maybe the safe way, that also changes your approach.
I typically don't mind going into tie breaks because I think in rapid format I usually do quite well. So for me, it's mostly just making sure that I don't give my opponents any chances to get an advantage in the match. Of course, that's easier said than done, but I think usually it depends on how the first game goes, and then I strategize what I want the result to be based on that.
Yeah, actually that's a very good question, because I remember the first edition that I played, I lost my very first game, and it was really hard to get back to the field, because I remember there was no second time control, and I got into time trouble, very quickly, and I just messed up an equal position. I would say it's really risky that you want to make sure that you basically use your chances at the right moment, but you don't want to play risky that much, because it's just 2 games, and if you lose 1 game, it's really hard to come back for the second game. But in another hand, it's good that we have double elimination, so you get 1 more chance. But still, I think you need to be careful. Also, there is no, draw agreement or something like that. So I think everyone is just playing until the end, and everyone is just so competitive. So it's a tough event.